Control, this is Agent Labuti. Do you see me on the radar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you do or you don't?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Control, I think I see the target. It's a white truck. Do you copy?
Yeah.
Control, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to request clearer communication. Are you from the Northeast?
You called my phone.
Jesus, you're from Philadelphia?
Go Birds, baby. How could you tell?
Your polarity and discourse particle markers are awry. The clauses that you're creating are confusing. They are bottlenecking the situation and therefore will create a scenario where the mission cannot be completed.
Yeah, nah, what?
You're saying yes and no at the same time!
No. Yeah, nah, yeah means yeah. Nah, yeah, nah means no.
Oh! Oh, God damn it! Oh, shit! God damn it! Control, they left. God! All right, plan B, just bomb them. Just bomb them.
Bomb them?
Oh, wait, Control! Wait a minute, wait, they're back! Wait, they're back, do not do the bomb, do not do the bomb!
Yeah, nah, yeah.
No, they are back, so yes!
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yes!
All right.
No!
Cool Angelos. Do we have pizza at home?
I want my own podcast back, dude. I would need to get another one.
Did you ever have one?
I did. I had a couple. I had one, and then the guy, it was fun, but then the guy didn't want to, he only wanted to have Long Island comedians, and I'm like, all right, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, you're like, okay, well, we had all 6 on that are worth their weight.
yeah. And then I had another one, and then we stopped. I was actually at Governor's, and we stopped doing that. And then, but now I want to have one like just me mainly, and then I'll like kind of what's his name? Alex Ryan. No.
I feel like Alex Ryan sounds better than Ryan Alex.
Yeah.
Ryan Alex?
Ryan Alex, dude.
That doesn't work. That's like John Michael works, but I knew someone named Michael John. I was like,
Michael John?
What the fuck is that?
Like, you retarded?
He's like, I'm Michael John. I was like, no, you did it backwards.
Michael John. It's something. Michael John Roberts. Like, dude,
yeah, it has to be something. Yeah, I guess if you have 2 first names that are out of order, you have to triple down with a 3rd first name, last name.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like John Robert Lindsay.
Yeah.
Like now that sounds good. That sounds like a president.
I know a woman, her name's Cher, and she tries to do like the single name. I'm Cher.
Her name is Cher.
Her name is Cher.
For like real, like her government or her Christian name?
Government name is Cher. And she tries to go by Cher, and we're like, you're not fucking Cher.
You're not Cher.
You're not Cher. Like you're just not. You're not.
Maybe she's like, maybe I could be Madonna. No.
No, no. Shut that down real quick, dude.
No.
Honestly,
we're good, right? All right. Sick. Keep going.
She acts like Madonna on the back end. She acts like Madonna now.
Madonna now.
Who
has a hot boyfriend, I've heard.
Yeah, like a young hot black guy, right?
That's what I've heard. He's one of her dancers. Which has to be hot for her.
That's how they always go.
I don't know how hot it is for him. I mean, I think it's hot because it's still Madonna. You're sick for Madonna still.
It's iconic.
But I feel like it's more iconic for Madonna.
Yeah, I think it's iconic on both ends because he's fucking Madonna and she's like, look what this I can.
And she's like, look what I can still do.
Still get. Dude, it was but like, you know what I heard? Jennifer Lopez does that. Like she was banging one of her dancers, and supposedly she just treated him like a dog. Like when you sit. When I say you sit, you sit.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
J-Lo,
yes, that's Mrs. Lopez.
J-Lo, I do.
J-Lo, I do it, bro. She'd be like, put this dog collar on. Yeah, I'd be like, arf, arf, arf.
I'll eat out of a bowl, freak. I'll sleep outside.
And what better way to start? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hot Dog Hour. Ladies and gentle fish, welcome to the Hot Dog Hour. I am joined today by the one, the only, Travis Grant. Don't be afraid to clap. Yes, indeed. How we doing, dude?
Thank you, man. We finally did it.
So what's going on, man? You're doing a lot of acting.
I am doing a lot of acting.
Yeah.
I am. I'm really hitting at it.
Tell me what's going on, dude.
Just doing like indie movies, stuff like that. I mean, the goal is to get an agent and then start getting into network stuff. But indies are great, because I feel like when you first start like going out for network stuff, like, they're not going to give you a lead role. Like they'll give that to like Brad Pitt,
Right. Who the fuck is he, by the way?
Yeah, some
fucking pussy.
Some fucking douche. I should love Brad Pitt.
Yeah, same. He's so fucking cool, dude.
He's a cool fucking guy.
He's so cool. Anyway.
So like, you get these little parts, which is cool, which is great, if they're speaking or non-speaking, but like you want to act to actually do like real parts, like characters that have depth and have like a motive and have like a story. So it's, the indie, I don't think I would ever move away from indies. You know what I mean? I think it's just, and I feel like, cause you see what's happening with movies. Everyone does like a remake. I just saw Arachnophobia 2. I was like, why the fuck are we making Arachnophobia 2?
It's like, dude, just get an exterminator. Like, what? Like, this is the problem.
There was a movie, Fall, where two women climb up an electrical tower.
I saw. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that, but I watched every death scene online, or when she.
Yeah, they climb up.
They fall.
It's like a phone service tower, like a Verizon tower, and they climb up there and they get caught. Then eventually they get rescued. Then they're coming out with a second one. I'm like, you climb the tower again?
Yeah, like how is there a second one?
Why are you climbing the tower again?
Dude, the second movie, the sequel should just be the one girl calling, like it should be the girl calling, be like, hey, so remember that tower? And she'd be like, girl, fuck you, and just hang out.
You have all the fucking service in the world up there.
True. I wonder if you get roaming up there.
That was the thing. They didn't. And I'm like, how do you not have service? You're on the tower.
You are the service.
You are on the tower.
Wait. How the fuck does that? Maybe are they in the center? It's like, how like if you're in the eye of the storm, it's calm.
They're like right fucking there. There's like only foot room. And then they find out that, spoiler alert, they find two women are up there, and then one chick finds out that the other chick was banging her boyfriend, and she finds out when they're up there, and
damn,
and then they're just stuck together.
That's awkward. That's not even the twist. Doesn't she die? Doesn't one of them?
One of them dies.
Whatever. I won't say anymore.
The charlatan dies, the one who was banging the boyfriend.
Oh, well then that's good. So then it's a feel good movie, folks. Yeah. It's a feel good movie.
But she thinks she's alive, but she's been up there so long she's starting to hallucinate and like lose her.
That part I saw, and then she's like, I've been dead or something, and then she's like,
and she's lying at the bottom.
That was good. That was good. So sorry, guys. We spoiled the entire. We've like 5 times like spoiler. Okay, never mind.
If you're gonna see Fall 1, see Fall 2.
Yeah, if you're gonna see Fall 1. But here's the thing too. If you see Fall 2, you don't have to see Fall 1. So you're welcome.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's cool, man. I'm glad that you're doing a lot of that acting stuff. Every time I feel like I go online, I see a fucking clip. I texted you after you put that clip up. Everyone needs to go look at the clip of you having the argument in fake argument, not real argument. Was so good, dude.
Thank you,
for
man.
real. It was good.
That.
And I'm happy for you, dude. I'm also happy for you because, as we were talking about before this, I'm happy for you because every other job is quickly becoming defunct.
What do you mean defunct?
Like we have come full circle where all of the jobs that were risky are now doing better than the not risky jobs. Like we're comedians and actors, like Art is a producer, like we are safer than any corporate person, which is crazy.
You were talking to me about this before we met up.
Yeah,
you're right, dude.
Like every friend that I know that is like an accountant, any friend that I know that works with Excel is like freaking out right now.
Shit.
And is like everyone's getting laid off and stuff, and like we're just like retards, and like everything's not fine, but it's status quo.
Yeah. People always want to see idiots. You know what I mean? Like you could always want to see an idiot. It was funny. I mean, we broke up, but I was with a girl recently.
Fuck her.
She was she was with a company for a very long time, and she just like caught a wind that they were going to start cutting back and start firing people. And she jumped ship. She got a sick job. And then, the place kind of like went under.
That's so crazy.
And her super, super smart chick. She really did see that before came.
Of course.
Yeah.
She knows when to jump ship. You know, she knows when to jump ship. I'm sorry. I love you.
No,
I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm really sorry.
She knew when
I'm
to
really
jump
sorry.
ship, dude.
No, listen, that women are good at that. Men are not good at that. Women are good at that. I've been with women who they leave and I'm like, what? And then like 3 months later, I'm like, oh wow, she's right.
Well, that's why when the
She predicted it to a T. Like
that's why when the Titanic went down, they're like women and children.
women and children. Fuck you, Leo. What are you gonna do?
Men, you can stay.
No, but it is so weird how like corporate culture, they're like no one's allowed to like say the thing like that. You know, I think that the reason that corporate culture and comedy are so at odds all the time is because they're like comedy is about like saying what's happening and then corporate culture is not like you know what I mean?
Because if you work in corporate, I feel like when you see comedians as just being comedians, like that's who you always want to be.
Right.
Like you just like, I just want to be that. And then
like we look at men who like have their hair combed and we're like, wow.
Yeah.
All day hold. Like
All you have to do is
I couldn't imagine.
All you have to do is throw on a suit and I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing.
It's so easy as a guy to make it look like you know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Or you got a plan.
Dude.
Like as a guy, it's so easy to and I think that's why so many corporations are like I used to work in PR and it was like it was so brutal. And
you in PR?
Bro,
fuck.
Let me tell you something. It either went really well or really bad. Like clients either like loved me or were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I wouldn't say crazy shit, but I would definitely make jokes and like definitely by the end of it, I was like, I don't give a fuck, like whatever. But part of what always struck me was every like 10th client, you were like, oh, this actually has legs. Like every other one, you had to just be like, okay. And then, okay. And they'll pay you $3,000 for that. Okay. And it's like, I realized like, oh my God, people who start businesses aren't smart or even capable or even have the resources. They're just like people who are like, I'm gonna do it.
There's a lot of dumb fucks.
It's just men who put on a suit.
Yeah.
It's just men who put a suit on.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of dumb fucks who start businesses.
It's crazy. But I feel like now it's kind of all catching up. You know what I mean? So it's like we all work in businesses or like industries that like are just people who are just like, this is who I am and this is what it is. And so I feel like finally all of these corporate, like, because I was in a situation like your ex was, where I was at my job and they were like, I could tell things were getting squirrely.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden people were just dropping like flies and you're like, why didn't anyone just say like, hey guys, here's what's happening with the company. You know, we don't want to freak you out, but here's what's happening and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Then again, I don't own a business and I have no money. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm too honest.
Maybe that's why you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. That's why because after you like done, I don't know, like arts in general, especially comedy, it's hard to like, it would be hard for me to go into a corporate job. That's why I just get like demo jobs. Cause those guys, dude, they don't give a fuck.
Not giving a fuck.
Bro, earlier this week, we were talking about the Great Wall of China. And we were like, yo, how long is the fucking Great Wall of China? And somebody looked it up and it was like 13,000 miles. And then we were just like, damn, dude, that's how long would it take you to walk from one side to the other? And my boss was like, oh, I think it matters what route you go. I'm like, what route you go? There's fucking one way or the other.
What are you talking about? It's a wall. It's
fucking moron. And then everybody in a corporate job, you wouldn't be able to say anything.
No.
Everyone turned around and like, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. Dude. You're a moron. It's right or left.
That's all fucking great. Well, in a corporate job, you wouldn't even, you'd be like, hey, how long is the Great Wall of China? And then you'd just be fired.
I don't care where you're going. I don't care where you're going.
Yeah, I don't care where you're going. Stop. Stop.
Oh, dude, I can never be like, you know what job I can never do? I can never do sales. And because I feel like you probably got a lot of the same shit where like, you know, you get out of college and you've always been like a party guy, had a ton of friends and, you know, like you a very like rambunctious dude.
And you can just talk to people. Like, I don't like you, like I've seen you go up to people. You're not like, hi. You're just like, what's up, man? How are you? Hey, could I get that?
Like just talking to the chick in the store.
A fucking chick just picked like a hot black girl just picked you up outside.
Yeah.
And said you had cute hair.
She said that we had cute hair. But
Yeah, but she took your Instagram.
She did. But she was, so like, well, she came up there, she was like, I heard you guys were talking. And then like, I was like, this person wants to talk to me. Like, so like, so people you get out of college and then people think, oh, you're a talkative guy. You're good with people. You should go into sales. And I had like a slew of sales jobs and it was like
Brutal.
You know what you have to have? You have to have what we have. And then you also have to have that like weaselly thing to take someone's money. That I didn't have. When it came to closing the deal, I didn't have that.
That's where I can't. And you know what's funny? I was also bad. I'm a girlfriend guy. I am not a fucking... Like, I could never, if a girl came up to me, like what happened to you outside, I can handle that. But once the game time, I have to like be in love. I can't, I'm the guy who's like, there's just so much distraction. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can't close deals. I can't, and it's funny because I have a sales job kind of right now. I can't close deals. I can't close checks. I can't close anything. I can barely close a conversation. I'm long-winded.
He's going to blow it. He's going to blow it.
Dude, yes. But it's funny because I have a sales job right now and what I'm realizing is, but I have a stupid sales job. I'm a live stream host. Okay. Like I like fucking do like TikTok shop and bullshit. Yeah. Guys, look at this water bottle. Oh my God, smart water from Glacio. Recyclable, folks. Look at the pop cap tap on that. Wow.
What would I do without my Zen?
Yeah, I mean, guys, what do you need? Focus, relaxation, whatever you need, any euphoria. Yeah. So it's cool. It's a cool job and stuff. And sales is cool and I appreciate the strategy and I am fascinated by a good salesman. Like if you go to like Fifth Avenue and you're in Tiffany, you know, and then you're talking and then you're like, well, it's too much. And they're like, well, compared to what?
A high end.
I'm wearing a tie, you know, like I get that. That's cool. And what we don't have when you say the weaselly.
Yeah.
It's not even, and to be clear, we're not, and I believe you're saying this too, we're not saying we're good people or something like that.
Yeah.
It's what it is I don't care. I realize that I don't care if someone else likes me. I don't I want people to like me. I'm a human being. I want people to like me and stuff and respect me. But I'm saying like, if you don't want to buy something from me, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, well, hold on. Like, what are you, like, I'm just like, all right. Like, I'm not pushy enough. Like,
I'm not gonna like try to like just stick a crowbar in you and try to get your money. There was actually one time, so I think I've had like 3 different sales jobs and there was one, I made a sale in one. I was going door to door selling solar panels.
Oh my God.
And you gotta like go like, hey, you want to put this big fucking ugly thing on your roof?
Yeah. And
I was doing it on Long Island and they're just like, I don't want to fucking do this. Dude, I made one sale and it was to this drunk guy with like no pants on. And so he's like, he answered the door. He's like, huh? And I'm like, do you want to do the roof panel? He's like, yeah, come in.
He took advantage of him. He's like, he was probably intoxicated.
So I go in there. He has a couch, a TV, and a table, and that's it. All the blinds are drawn. It's dark and it's muggy and it's hot, and he has no pants on.
Okay, he's divorced.
That's it. Fucking exactly what I said, dude. And I was like, dude, this guy probably just like finalized a divorce. And then so he's like, I'm showing him the paperwork because there was a whole pitch we had to do, and he's like not really paying attention. And I was like, just sign here and here, and he signs here and here, and then I leave. And I felt like a schmuck, like I felt like an asshole.
Yeah.
And then I get back and I'm like, yeah, I made my first sale, and like the fucking place was like, Travis just did it. He did it. And I was like,
ding 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 ding, or they had a gong or something.
They like, just throwing their hands up, and I was like, yo, dude, but like I don't think he's doing well. I think he's doing bad. And then they were just like, no, well, you listen, I'm sure he's doing a lot better than you think. I'm like, no.
I was in his home, guys.
I didn't have pants on. And he was doing bad. And then they were like, okay. I'm like, well, look, so we would sign him up for like a 6-month thing. And I was like, all right, well, at the end of the 6 months, like, you know, he'll be free from this. And they're like, no. At the end of the 6 months, you go back there and you make him sign up for a year.
Double down.
And I was like, yo, I mean, again, he's not doing better. Like,
not doing well.
The one guy was like, quote unquote, was like, I don't care what you have to do. You go there and you stick your fucking foot in the door and you get in there. And I was like, I was like, brother, I don't know if I could do that. And he was
Yeah.
like, then I don't think this is the job for you. I was like, you're right. And then I left. And then
Damn.
I got demoted to bronze status. And then they just like, hey,
Yeah.
see you later.
Well, look, the one thing I will give salespeople is they are upfront, like internally, not externally.
Yeah.
But internally, it's like, well, then this isn't the job for you. Like after like just what a little volley, a 4 or 5 back and forth. Well, I think you might not be good for this job, even though you just did it.
Like I think though after I quit the job, I think those guys went back there, and then the guy was like, "Hey, I don't want to do it again." They're like, I guess your wife makes the calls still."
Yeah.
Like they'd probably say some dickhead.
No,
shit like
dude,
that.
they listen. So I really sympathize with you. I was a door-to-door copy machine salesman.
copy.
At least you're selling the future. I'm selling the fucking past, dude. I would not, bro. I would go to businesses. Dude, and I would be like, "Hey guys, what?" Like, first of all, it was an old school. Sales is still old school.
A lot
Sales
of
is still an old school mentality in terms of like sales. Sales is probably one of the few like corporate jobs that'll always be safe because it's going to be a while till people buy from like a robot or something. They're going to want a person
Not in
like
our
yeah.
Not an hour.
So it's like, or not a big purchase at least. Like you're not going to buy like a car from like a fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone's gonna call. Yes, I would. I would buy. You can use Carvana. All right. But sales is still old school. Like we at that job, I had to always have a clean shaven face.
Yeah.
Always had to be clean shaven. Could only wear white or blue, like shirts. Like couldn't wear like any other like shades of blue, like gray, white, like blue pants, like slacks, like khaki, like had to like really look good. And which I respect, but it was just so funny because all of that, I would walk in somewhere with like my folio and like I'd look really official and people would be like, "Hi, how are you? Like, how can I help you?" Because I'd talk to a secretary or I'd go into like an office park and just hit all the buildings and things like that, or go into an office building, hit all the floors. Yeah. And because this is when I lived in Pennsylvania. So I wasn't in New York. I was in Pennsylvania.
Is it
driving around?
You think it would be easier in Pennsylvania? I feel like New York has a hard sales market.
Well, I feel like New York is easier because you can definitely hit more. It's like comedy. There's more opportunity, but it's more diluted. Pennsylvania was definitely good because people are not walking into businesses in Pennsylvania, like at the rate that, like in terms of in Pennsylvania, no one's getting in there. Very few people are getting in their car to drive to a business to just like maybe inquire, like they'd call. So like when I would walk in, people would be like, "Oh, hi, like how are you? Do you have an appointment? Do you this? Or who are you? Blah, blah, blah." So it was good to get in the door, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I'm here to sell you a Ricoh copy machine." Yeah. And then they'd be like, they were like, like this was in 2019. Like they're like, this wasn't even like 20 years ago. I mean, this was literally like 7 or 8 years ago. Like what in 2020? It was 6 years ago. It was 7 years. Like it was not like, it was so funny. Like, and they would be like, like, what are you saying? Like, what are you?
Copier?
Yeah, and then I'd be like, so then what we would do is my boss would be like, "All right, like tell them it's office supplies."
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Just say office supplies," which he wasn't wrong because he's like, we also sell paper collating machines like that, like that. And he'd be like, "And we sell projectors," and so I was like, okay. So it was so funny because we would go to places, dude. I went to this one place. The place that you'd want to go when you were selling copy machines was to like law offices, medical offices, printing a lot, or you'd want to go to like architect firms, like engineers, because they would buy specialty printers and they were like super expensive.
And then
like to do blueprints.
Once you lock one of those guys down,
oh, you're in, bro. You lock somebody in with a Ricoh EF 700.
Oh, it still.
Stop it, bro. The paper alone is like $800. So I went to this place and they were like I don't know what they were. They were some sort of like manufacturing plant, but they print a lot of invoices and things like that. And they print a lot of manuals and things like that. So they were good like to pitch or to prospect for a hot lead. So I went there and I was talking, like I go in and the person at the front, you always talk to the person who's not the decision maker. They're nice because they have no stake in the game, right? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't, if the stock price goes down, they don't nothing happens. So they're always like, sure, like, let me go call the CEO, and the CEO's like, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
so
I don't want to deal with this shit.
I go into this place and this woman's like, oh yeah, she's like, I think that like the person who like you want to talk to is like in the back, like come with me. So I'm like, okay, we'll go. So we go in the back and it's like a lab, like with like things like it looked like B&H. You go to B&H and they got like carts on the, like, I'm like, what the fuck?
You probably thought like I am, like, was that one of those jobs where you walked in there and you were like, I'm in over my head?
Yeah. So I'm standing there and then all of a sudden she goes in the back and I just hear her from the room. I just hear a guy go, what the fuck? And I was like, what? So then he comes, like, so I see the woman come out, like, and she looks like pale as a ghost, like pale in the face, like she saw a ghost. And then behind her is this guy, red as fuck, dude. Red, like or peach like that, like Zen. And he is just, peach like that Zen. And he's like, who the fuck is it? Who is it? And he looks at me, he's like, you. And I was like,
oh my God.
And he walks over to me and he's like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, and I didn't even know what to say. This was my first job out of college.
I'm here to sell you.
Like, I didn't, yes, dude. Like, I had no, I was literally like, you print a lot? And I thought that maybe, and like, and so he's like, who the fuck? He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no one's allowed to be fucking back here.
I hate printers.
Yeah. I hate printers. A printer killed my father.
Yeah.
Like,
my mother slept with a printer. Fuck.
My mother fucked an EF 700. So he kicks me out. He's like, get the fuck out. So he kicks me out. He kicks me out. I'm in the parking lot. I'm like shaking, dude. Like I'm not a kid, but it's my first like real world like I'd worked full time and stuff. I'd worked since I was 13 years old, but this was my first job. It's like a career job. Like I'm like, maybe I'll be a salesman. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, dude. I didn't start feeling like an adult until I was like 28, 29. Honestly, because any job, like they still like, hey, give it to the kid. Like the kid's on it. Oh, what's he gonna fuck it up? The kid's gonna like. People talk to you like you are a kid still, even when you're like fucking 27 years old.
Which, by the way, now that we're getting older. They're right. Like I work with like
they are.
When I do my live stream, my producer is like a Gen Z. He's like 24 or 25.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he didn't know who David Copperfield was.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like this conversation. When I was probably say like 26, 27, I was working as a laser tech for hospitals.
I thought you were going to say laser tag like assistant.
Laser tag assistant.
Laser tag manager.
Nobody ever tagged me. Yeah, dude. So I was working for hospitals. My cousin got me the job. Didn't go to school for anything medical. Didn't know anything medical. I was a tremendous liability being there. Like I could have got fucking sued. On top of that, I was also going through a rough stint in my life. I was doing coke and showing up to the operating rooms on blow.
That is crazy.
But I had them, you wear the mask and I had to wear these x-ray like glasses so nobody could ever.
You're just in the mask all day going.
No, dude, nobody could ever get a good look at my face. So I would be talking to these doctors like strung out. And that's how I lived my life for 2 years.
Yeah, that's a rough way to go about it.
It was a constant anxiety attack like every fucking day. And I just, I'd like, oh, when's the next surgery? Oh, okay. I'm going to pop to my car, bang, 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 and go back in. And it was like, I look back, I'm like, you're fucking crazy, dude. Not to mention, I'm also, we would bring our own equipment. So I had like 6 pieces of equipment, like a table, a big fucking x-ray machine. And I would put it in the back. I had a big Sprinter van. And dude, if I stopped short, these things would come
And I was going to say, how expensive.
They would fucking kill me. They could roll to the front of the car and just bash my head open. I remember I was in the Bronx once, and I was like, dude, to parallel park this fucking.
You're just driving coked out a Sprinter van
with that.
And it's big machinery. So are you driving the equivalent of like a 14 passenger or something?
I had to take the truck routes.
Yo.
So I had to take the truck routes. My vehicle probably weighed like 20,000 pounds, dude. It was so much. And I remember I was parallel parking this thing in the Bronx, and I fucking just hear dum dum, and I like macked this guy's car, and people in the Bronx like, hey, what the fuck? And I was just like, and just peeled off.
Get the fuck out of there.
I drove like 3 blocks over. I'm so coked up, and I wheel out all the machinery, and I wheel it like 5 blocks to the hospital. I'm wheeling it through the Bronx on coke at like 8 a.m, dude.
Holy shit! And you're just tweaking.
Tweaking.
You're just.
Yeah, tweaking. I mean, I twitch normally. I've always twitched.
Yeah, well, you and me are both people who are just like, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah,
people always tell people like, do you do coke? I'm like, no, I'm just a fucking psycho.
That's what I said when
I'm
I
like,
first met
no,
you.
don't give me any upper. My heart will blow up.
I met Alex. I was like, yo, you do coke? He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, me neither. Dude, there's one time, this is the craziest thing I ever saw. I was doing a surgery in Brooklyn, and I pull up. I'm getting the machinery out of the car, and the car's running. The car's open and running because I keep going back and to and from the hospital. Sure. As I'm wheeling in something, someone sneaks in my front seat and takes my wallet. I go back in. I realize the wallet's gone, and I go into the emergency room at 8 a.m. I'm on coke. I'm like, where the fuck is my fucking wallet? And everybody's like, we don't know what your wallet is, and I'm like, I'm fucking furious.
Oh, you don't know what a fucking wallet? I'm sure you don't know what a fucking wallet. Travis lost his own fucking wallet, right? Yeah.
Dude, so like I'm walking out. This homeless guy comes up to me, and he's like, I saw the guy who took your wallet. I saw the guy who took your wallet.
And I'm like, I'm sure you did, buddy.
I'm like, yeah, it's probably fucking you. So I shoof him off. And so now I'm on the phone. I call my boss, and I'm calling the bank. I'm canceling all my cards.
Oh, that is the fucking worst, by the way. That's a fucking headache.
So I look across the street, and there's a fight breaking out. And it's the guy who told me he knows where my wallet is, and he's beating the shit out of some guy. And I was just like, dude, he's probably robbing someone else. I should probably go over there and fuck him up so he doesn't do it to anybody else. He go, boom. The guy drops, and he, boom, follows up with a right, and the guy is
out, yeah.
And he goes through his pockets, and then he sees me. He's like waving this thing in the air. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He starts getting closer, and I was like, that's my fucking wallet. That's my fucking wallet, dude. And
what the fuck?
He's like, hey man, I told you I knew who it was.
Tell me you gave him some cash, dude.
I canceled all my cards. I canceled all my fucking cards.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was on coke at 8 a.m. in Brooklyn. You're never getting that wallet back.
No. That's insane. You might be the only guy who has ever been coked out in Brooklyn and found his wallet.
Yeah.
I think you're the only guy ever.
Probably, dude. And I like got on my hands and knees, and I thanked him so much. And I was like, brother, I have nothing to give you. I cancel my cards. And that moment, like I do try to help people out that like are in need, because that moment still fucking eats at me to this day, that I could not give him anything. Because that man beat the shit out of somebody in the morning for me. Somebody he doesn't even know.
No, that can be devastating.
And I still think about that all the fucking time, dude. I really do. And I try to help people out when I can. And, I have a bunch. And yeah, but like that, it just like.
That eats at you, right?
It does.
You're like up at night. You're like, where is this guy? And you know what, Travis? I'm glad that you said this, because Art, why don't we get him in right now? We brought him in!
Oh!
No, I'm kidding. We are not able to reach him.
That was your friend. I was like, we have guests. Dude, if he walked through this fucking place right now, I mean, I have money on me now because I'm not a fucking cokehead anymore. Right. So I would give him like, I don't know, I'd probably give him like $400, something like that.
Would you compound interest?
Yeah, I'd compound interest. I mean, dude, like you have no idea how much of I'm on blow. B, I'm just like freaking out that like I'm going to get fired. Then they're going to find out that I'm on drugs. I'm going to get a DUI. Like there's just a lot. How am I going to get my wallet? There's a lot of money in there because it was a good paying job. I was like, I'm fucked. And this guy found the dude and just whooped his ass, dude. And then got my wallet back.
That's fucking crazy.
That was one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. And
Dude, and you get yourself in those situations because literally like you get comfortable just being like on drugs, like at work or like going to work and just being like fucked up or just like not caring about work and then thinking that you can do it like without like
you are able to do it. You're
able to do it, but it's like you think that it's not noticeable or like you think that like dude, I used to work at a place called Systematics and it like everyone there smoked and everyone there was a stoner and an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And you would get there in the morning and people would just be in there. Like people would stay in their car until it was a literal assembly line. So it was an assembly line that created Snap-on products. Like, you know, Snap-on, like the garage stuff and like.
I thought you meant like the things that like it's a separate.
Strap-on.
I thought you meant like a separate company that makes the snaps for hats. Like, why wouldn't the hat company?
Yeah, no, separate one.
No, we outsource.
Yeah, and then they outsource the snap back too.
Yeah,
but
the brim, everything separate.
Yeah, it makes more sense that way. But it's called Snap-on. They make like welders and like equipment like that. So we were a warehouse that was authorized by Snap-on to make batteries that would go for products like and transformers and things like that. So it was a literal assembly line warehouse job. Like a bell went off to go to lunch.
Okay.
Like it was like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't talk to anybody all day. You got there.
Like a real lunch pail job.
Yeah. Like an old school, like you would show up, they would be like, all right, like you're on batteries today. Like, all right, you're on, vents today. You're on this. Like it was just like that. Or like, all right, you're going to help me unload the truck. Like, come on. And so it was so funny because you would get there and this was when I was living basically like in Westchester, Pennsylvania. And
how long were you in Pennsylvania for?
Long ass time.
The longest. You went to when did you move here?
My life, yeah.
Did you move here when you started?
I moved here in 2019. Yeah.
Because I remember you being new to New York when I first met you.
Yeah.
It was like your first year.
Yeah.
There.
I moved here in 2019, right before the pandemic. Oof. So that's what I'm happy to say. I did start comedy before the pandemic. All right. Technically, which is good. That means I was doing it before hot girls were doing it. Okay.
He did.
It's like cool to do it now. It's like sucks. Now it's like,
but those people only last like 4 years.
Yeah, no, I know.
Years, and they're like, this is
all right. And they're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was at Systematics and you would go in every day and people would just be, it was so funny because you'd walk through the parking lot and everybody would be in their car and then just open the door and like smoke would billow out and like people would just be literally like, people would be in the driver's seat chilling, like waiting like 8:55 and then just like ripping their like, you know what I mean? Or no, I shouldn't say 8:55. That was a 7:30 to 3:30 job.
Okay.
So people were drinking at like 7:15 in the morning, like 7 in the morning in the lot.
Not bad hours.
Drinking.
Honestly.
No, great hours. 7:30 to 3:30 is great hours.
I'm like out at 4.
With a 1 hour break.
Fucking sick.
Let's go. Or half hour lunch.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because everyone would just get fucked up and then go to work and we're dealing with like heavy machinery and like things that are like I remember, dude, we had a guy and part of what we had to do was we had to test stuff. Like we had to test the, so one guy, Reggie. So I worked with 3 guys. I worked with a guy named Dwayne, a guy named Reggie, and then a guy named Paul. And then it was like Reggie would take copper wire and literally would sit on a thing like a seamstress, like tapping it with his foot.
Okay.
And like I don't know what the term is, but he's taking the copper wire and I guess wrapping it in something that can help it insulate it or something. I honestly don't even know. Someone's probably gonna watch this and be like, you fucking idiot. Like, but he would do that, hand it to me. I would take a transformer, like the shell of it, put it in this thing and then wrap his copper wire around it. And then we'd twist it and do all this. So so it literally would, right. So eventually we'd get to Paul. Paul was at the end. Paul would literally, so when I first got there, they were telling me like, you do this, pass it to Dwayne. Dwayne will do that. And he's like, and then Paul checks it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like he checks it, whatever. to check the current, he literally would just zap himself. He would just, like, they just hired this guy. They just hired this guy to just literally, he would just go like, all right, that one works. Like, all right, that one works.
Oh
like,
my God.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was nuts. It was fucking nuts. And then I was like, oh my God, they're just hiring some guy who will, like, I'm like, what is this guy's life? He gets here at 7 a.m, drinks for a half hour, zaps himself for 8 hours, and then drives home. I mean, what? Well, he took the bus.
That's a dangerous dude.
That's a crazy guy, dude.
That's a dangerous
He would dip,
dude.
after we do that, we would dip them in resin because we would dip them in some sort of like coating resin that would, I don't know what it would do. Honestly, I don't know. But we would dip it in a coating resin and then it would dry. And then I guess it would probably protect it, or excuse me, maybe it helped with overheating or something. But the point being, it was on a giant thing.
Yeah.
And you would take the thing and like you're not supposed to touch the fucking, it was a weird, it was like thick, like it was like molasses.
Okay.
Like you would dip the stuff in there and then you'd start a timer. It would time for like a minute. And then when it goes up, you'd lift it up, and it was heavy. You'd have to have someone else go on the other side and like crank it with you because it was so like viscous that it would be heavy. And then you lift it up.
This is a rough job.
Insane,
drunk.
dude.
Like, I don't want to do this.
But
job.
I'm like, it's a rough job.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like, I only did it for like 6 months. Like, I mean, these guys, I mean, we did it every day. I mean, you know what I mean? It was like,
you meet some dangerous motherfuckers at
yeah, dude, you meet some crazy people. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, these guys are the real deal.
This is starting to sound very similar to, so I worked a job where everyone's fucked up all the time, and there's a very dangerous guy. And those jobs are the restaurant jobs. Restaurant jobs, if you're a waiter or bartender, everyone's fucked up. And the most dangerous man in that building is the dishwasher. That guy will strangle you behind the freezer. Like, that guy.
Sell you some good weed too.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Good mota.
Yeah, and I loved working in restaurant jobs.
Yeah, restaurant jobs are great.
Every time there was a soccer game, like, good luck me doing my job, because I'm with, like, the Spanish cooks, and they're just, they're like in the back, they're drinking in the back, they're smoking.
Are they the ones that got you hooked on coke?
No. I started when I was 18 because I
Legend.
I started when I was 18, a senior in high school, and because I had many different groups of friends, and then I had an older group of friends, like they had graduated like 2 years before me. And I was hanging out with them, but they were living a college life. I was living a high school life.
Right.
So they were, they were doing all that shit. And then, long story short, why I kept doing blows, because my life was changing around me. And looking back now, I work on it now because I'm not as bad, but transitional periods in life, like high school to college to real life to like actual adult, like people buying houses, making real money, like that shit always sucked for me because I was never ready for it. And I was afraid. I was afraid. And instead of looking at it like, okay, Trav, like this is going bad, let's prepare. Let's work on this and let's, get ourselves caught up to speed. I would just take this defiant stance, be like, no, I'm going to keep living how I was living and I don't care. The world will change to me. And listen, it's not going to change to you. It's going to just keep moving with or without you. And you're just going to look more and more pathetic. And I could not figure that out in my teens and my 20s. And
no, I 100% in the same way.
No,
totally.
And Coke was just
the two comedians talking.
Yeah. And Coke was just the best way to just
zoot it off
and
dude.
just shoot off the space. And then eventually, I think when I really stopped was when I hit like 10 years with comedy, and I was like, you don't really have anything to show for this, and you don't really have anything to show for acting, and you don't have anything to show for yourself. And I was like, yeah, that feels like really bad. And I was like, if you think this last 10 years went fast, wait till you see the next fucking 10 years. And that like horrified me, because you go through this thing where you go to, you come home, you're all botched up, you drink yourself to sleep because you're too sped up to even go to sleep.
Right.
And then I would look at myself, I'd be like, all right, well, you're still 25 years old. You got 5 years left. And then you look at like famous people who got successful older, and you're like, okay, well, it's still there. And then
you're like, comedians always blow up later. They always.
And then one of those nights, you're 30 and you're like, I think you're out of time. And you're just, you your back's up against the wall. You got to make a change. And so, you know, I went to therapy, I went to this, and I really figured a lot of shit out.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm fucking doing great now. But yeah, that took a long time for me to figure out, man. Like a long fucking time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I'm still figuring it out. I mean, I still do a lot of shit that I'm like, really, dude? Like,
Yeah.
fucking for real.
It's a never, you never get there. You
Right.
never fully,
And honestly, nobody does. Like,
No.
everybody has their own,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I'm pretty good. I'm good about if I have something scheduled, I'm going to do it. Even if I didn't sleep well, even if I'm this, even if I'm whatever, like, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? But I'm not really so disciplined about like working out though.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas like my brother's the opposite or something, you know what I mean? Like it's like everybody has like a thing that they're good at
Yeah.
and then a thing that you're like, oh, you're one of those people. Oh, you binge eat. Oh, you do this. Like
Yeah,
everybody's, yeah.
I was a binger because it like, so a lot of people were like, oh, you know, my parents and my friends, like if something bad happened to me, they'd be like, oh, yo, don't, you know, don't go off a rail right now. And I'm not like a sad binger. I'm a happy binger. Like if a lot of shit is going right for me, or, you know, back then at least, if a lot of shit was going right for me when I was younger, I would be like, well, surely you deserve a night where you can, you know, go out and do coke. Like that, what would a night do? And that was just like my cycle when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, and like, dude, like I do my absolute best to not get involved with politics because it is so crazy. You know what I mean? Like I do my absolute fucking best, but like now it's the time where it's just getting jammed down your throat, and I'm just like,
And it's so stupid. It's so annoying that it's getting jammed down our throat now because it's never been as boring. Like, you know what I mean? People think that politics are exciting right now because Trump is just like noisy.
Yeah.
But it's actually not exciting at all. It's actually, I mean, yes, it's exciting. Like we're about to like, you know, nuke Iran all of a sudden.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's fucking sucks.
It's
But what I am saying is like, there's no, there used to be like espionage, dude.
Yeah.
Like now it's just Trump being like, you're a dog.
Yeah.
You suck.
Or
like, it's like,
maybe there is espionage and we don't even know about it.
yeah, maybe Trump is that good at espionage. I don't think
You know what I've been getting into, and it may be silly, and it probably is, but you know, when you see politics stuff, you're like, this is just a downer. It's like it's still early in the week. I'm trying to have some pep.
Yeah. Come on, like it's Tuesday. I could turn this around still.
It's Tuesday. Like I don't want to be like, you want to hear some sad shit? But I've been getting into the reptilian lore.
Oh, let's go, bro.
Dude,
You're going to have to come back for another episode where we talk lore. I actually have someone that I want to bring on. If you want to come on, I'm going to have a UFO person come on.
I'm fucking there. I'm fucking there, dude.
Yeah, dude. But tell me what you think.
I think, dude, so like, you know, at first you hear it, you're like, reptilians posing as people. That's fucking unreal. That's not real. And then you start digging, and then you're like, I mean, like the real government shit is such a downer that you're like, well, at least the reptilian shit's kind of fun. You know?
You're like, it would be even worse if it was just people in a room and they're like, what if we do this? Will that affect your finances? No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Let's do it. Like, that's all it is. Like, no, part of me is like, what do you mean they're not reptiles? They're just dicks?
Yeah,
like,
the reptiles. Bring the rep. I don't want to fuck it.
Right. Like, I don't want to, like, dude, and it is crazy because you think about it and you're like, okay, there are lizard people in the world. And then you remember that you are just an electric meatbag that lives on a flying space rock that is hurtling through infinity that's expanding into we don't know.
And also all the politics shit is like, I can't do anything about it.
I can't do anything about it.
Like,
dude.
I have to just sit here like, don't do that. All right. So then don't do it again. All right. And then you're
what
like,
did we say? Not with my money. And it's like, oh, you already spent it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do anything. So like, at least let me have the reptiles.
Well, dude, it is crazy too, because, you know, I think that in a weird way, maybe one of the good things that, I mean, silver lining, like, you know, one of the, maybe hopefully, like maybe one of the good things about Trump winning again could show people that to a degree, it kind of doesn't matter who the president is. When I say that, I mean, like, obviously things are crazy with like the ICE stuff is crazy and like different and whatever. And certainly the president sets the tone and stuff like that. But And obviously every politician lies and everything like that.
Oh,
The reason I think Trump is a good example of it is because of his ego. Like, he ran on saying there would be no war, right?
Yeah.
Which, of course, every politician lies about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was lying too.
oh yeah.
Now we're like in a war, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is like, if that was one of their key points, like then it's kind of like what you said, like in a weird way, there's comfort in knowing that it doesn't matter who the president is because shit has always been fucking crazy. And
It's always going
stuff
to be.
kind of like stuff has changed, but you're like, it really hasn't. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and I'm not just talking I'm talking like in the last 100 years or something. Like, it's like, obviously we have technology and things like that, but you're like, it's always the same like arguments. It's always the same.
Yeah.
It's always, funny enough, kind of like the same families that are arguing over the same things. Like, so it's like, sometimes I like go back and forth between feeling helpless and being like, what's the fucking point? I'm going to jump off a roof.
Yeah.
To then being like, well, you know what? If I'm a lab rat, I'm going to enjoy it. like, because it's just like, what the fuck else are we going to do, bro? I don't know what to do.
Going back to the alien thing, supposedly, like, you know, because everyone's just sending missiles everywhere. And then, you know, you're like, why haven't you used nuclear? Supposedly, there's an alien race called the Tall Whites. And they've been in workings with the government, and they like pretty much make sure we don't blow the planet
I'm
up.
familiar with the tall whites and the grays.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
familiar.
tall whites,
I'm
the grays.
familiar,
I'm telling
okay?
you.
I stay up late.
The Nordics, dude. I've been not sleeping. I've just been on alien tears, dude.
Okay, you definitely need to come back because we have to wrap up soon. But you definitely need to come back for the alien.
I am
episode.
coming.
It's
I will
gonna
come
be
back.
Fucking crazy.
I will come.
Which, by the way, I'll come. Which it is crazy that like alien, all of these jobs, comedians are safe, producers are safe, aliens are safe.
Yeah.
Alien researchers are safe.
I'm just hoping the aliens do right by us, which I hope they do. You know, I think they do. I think they will. Because at this point, who the fuck else am I going to put my hope into? It's not the government.
No.
It's not them.
Yeah, honestly, the last hope we have is aliens.
Yeah, that's my hope.
Tall whites, please save us. And probably said by no one.
Like, you guys have been around longer. You're very level-headed. Like, please just make
You're
sure-
tall. We trust tall people. You're tall.
Please just make sure they don't do anything bad. Please. Like, please. I really mean that, dude. I've become such an alien believer.
Travis, where can they find you? Good sir.
Trav_Grant on Instagram. Follow me there.
Grant.
I throw everything up there, and that's pretty much it.
Dude. Yeah, dude. I'm really proud of you. I hope that you can get this new part that you were telling me about.
Yeah. It
And,
went well. So let's hoping.
Fuck yeah,
hope.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Cool, man. Well, any website or anything like that?
www.travgrant.com. That's mainly for my acting stuff, but all my comedy stuff I just throw up on Instagram, which is Trav_Grant. Also, TikTok is Trav__Grant.
Wow, there was already another Trav Grant. Maybe got that account via a grant.
Yeah.
Maybe a grant or a low.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, there's another Travis Grant. He's a famous paddle boarder.
Oh, interesting. So maybe he took your
He took me. Yeah, I mean, he must have fucking hella clients because this dude he's not even on stage and people know him more.
he took Trav Grant.
He took Trav Grant.
Ladies and gentle fish, you know where you can find me. www.alexlabuti.com. Go to my Instagram. Go to anything and do anything on any of them. Do anything, and then the fucking stupid fucking Zuckerberg and his fucking cronies. Alex is getting a lot of traffic. Maybe we should boost his profile. Please. Anyway, I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you, Wolf. Let's get out of here. Peace.
Yeah. Rocking and rolling.